Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the BG Show. We are here for the first time ever with my friends Manny and Mo, and we're here to do an episode one review of The Last of Us, the HBO's newest show based on the 2013 video game. So let's get right into it. We'll do full spoiler review. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it. We obviously suggest watching it. Um, it stars Pedro Pascal, from Mandalorian, Bella Ramsey, who's from Game of Thrones. Um, so I guess I'll do my initial thoughts. I didn't play the video game. Did you guys play the game?
I have not. I'm waiting until
I
it
did
comes out
not.
on PC.
No, because I didn't have a PlayStation. It was only PlayStation, right? It was a Sony
It's
game.
on PS5, but it's coming out on PC March 3rd.
There's two of them, right? I think
Yeah, the second
there's two
one
games.
just came out a couple years ago. I think maybe like 1 or 2 years ago.
Okay, so I guess my reaction to the first episode, I thought it was really good. I think the reaction is maybe slightly better than I think it is. I think it was really good, but not like the greatest thing I've ever seen, like some people are saying. Um, but obviously, like I'm gonna keep watching the show. Really good zombie show, better, like way better than like that Zack Snyder shit. That was what I was thinking of when he made that stupid Vegas movie. I don't know if you've seen that, Army of the Dead. Um,
I
but
started watching it, but I couldn't
was
finish
so
it.
bad. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, obviously I'm not as emotionally invested because I didn't play the game, but I thought it was good. So what did you guys think?
Manuel.
Yes. Yeah, Mo, you can go first.
Um,
Or Manny.
I think it was good. I mean, I'm a big Pedro Pascal fan, so I was probably was gonna like it regardless, or I would have said I liked it even if I didn't. But it's been good so far. I like how he's like he's like kind of portrayed to be like a bad guy. I like how it adds that edge to it.
It's so similar to the Mandalorian, I thought, like his character a little bit.
Yeah, for
He's like
sure.
a little bit like he's like a good guy, but like kind of like an anti-hero a little bit, like not totally a good guy and a little edgy. But you can tell like the girl is gonna kind of soften him up as it goes along, and it's like shit. That's like exactly the Mandalorian. But yeah, sorry.
Um, I think the first episode was really good. It starts off. I like that they added that scene in the beginning from the '60s to kind
Oh
of
yeah.
tie it
So
in
that's a
because
brand new
that's
thing.
that's
That's
not
not.
yeah that's not in the game, so it kind of like ties it to the pandemic a little bit. And I'm just like, well, I guess that makes sense because they probably started filming either during or right after the pandemic. um, I like the daughter in the beginning. That's Sandy Newton's daughter, the chick from Westworld, or the
Oh
and
yeah,
she
yeah, yeah,
looks
yeah.
just like her. It's crazy. Um, I think in the game she does something similar with the watch. But I'm not really sure what it was. Rob was telling me about it. Um, why do people always go outside when they're told to stay indoors?
Oh yeah.
What's that about?
Yeah,
Well,
she's also
so
bugging when she left when the little girl left the house. It was like what they looked at the clock. It was like 4 in the morning or something.
oh
And
yeah,
she goes return the dog at 4 in the morning. You know what I mean? I would
yeah.
have took the dog in the crib, like you know what I mean.
No shot.
So were you
No shot.
It would have been good if she took the dog in the crib.
what did you think of like that whole scene? Like, did you think it was accurate of what like would actually happen in real life? I thought it was pretty accurate.
Yeah, I mean it was pretty good. He always coming to save her, and then I really don't know how much it compares to the video game. So like so
Yeah.
far, I think they're doing a good job. Like I like how it's shot. It looks like it's cutscenes from a video game, so that's pretty enjoyable.
Yeah. And they're doing a good job. Do you think they're doing a good job like with the I guess the power scaling, like showing what you need to do to kill it, how it stays dead, what its powers are? Because like a lot of times, sometimes shows don't do a good job at that. But I think they're doing a pretty good job. Pretty much if you shoot in the head, it's dead so
Yeah.
far.
I feel like I should a couple times, but essentially that seems to get it done. But one thing I don't understand is like, so you see like that. I don't. I guess I think it was in in episode two when they stepped on like when they're going through like the Capitol House, whatever it was,
Mhm.
The
and they
museum.
like you see how like when she stepped on the thing and they like woke up, all like I don't understand how that shit works.
It's like a
Like
hive mind,
where
kind
they're
of.
just I know, but like it looked like they were literally dormant. It didn't look like they got like they you know what I mean they felt it if like It's as if they were literally dormant until that got stepped on. You know what I mean? If that didn't get stepped on, like I'm assuming they would have died there like that. Like I don't understand that part.
No, I think they would have just stayed dormant until something woke them up. It's just
Yeah.
how it is. Because in the game, I think there's a lot that has to do with like sound and like hiding and stuff like that. So like, there's ways to get around them without like them seeing you or reacting to you.
Do you
And
think
they mention in the second episode, even though we're talking about the first one, I think, but they mentioned that there's going to be other zombies, so we got to see like what those look like and how you fight those or whatever you'd have to do to kill those.
Yeah, they kind of alluded to it when they like showed that some of those people the way they got killed.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was like, "What?" And like the little girl was asking, like, "What did that?" And they didn't want to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's
think,
I feel like I think like eventually they're gonna get into like the different thing, but I think it's probably gonna be like maybe like you see how they said it was like some of those zombies were like there for like 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like those 20-year-old zombies are gonna be crazy.
Mhm.
You feel me? Like if they've
Yeah.
been around for 20 years, they got to be different.
Yeah.
So do you think this show started, I just looked it up, the show started production July 2021. Do you think they made the show because of the pandemic and they thought it'd be popular, or was it already going to be made before that? And if it was already made before that, do you think they added the opening scene because of the pandemic?
I think if it was gonna be made before this, the pandemic might have even accelerated it, just so that they could still catch it while it's kind of relevant. But I mean, with the way the show is done, anyways, I think it would have been relevant either way because it is good either way. Like
And
if you like
according
this
to
game or not, it's good.
according to Wikipedia, it's the largest production of a TV show in Canadian history because they filmed it in Alberta.
They film everything in Alberta.
Yeah. Or Marvel films everything in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay, so episode one, I guess quick like summary. Like obviously the you quickly find out if you get bitten, you're fucked. And then were you surprised, spoiler alert, obviously, that his daughter dies? Were you because I knew
Yeah.
the only thing I knew was that he was gonna spend the show like with a young girl. I knew that. I was assuming
Yeah.
it was gonna be her. I didn't think like and
Yeah, I thought it
usually
was gonna
shows
be his
they don't
daughter.
kill like kids on these shows usually.
Nah, I mean, I saw the trailer and it was obviously not his daughter.
Yeah,
I knew
that's
she
the
was gonna
thing.
die.
I
The
didn't see the
way they
trailer.
did it was definitely caught me off guard. I thought she was gonna get bit and then he was gonna have to kill her, you know, be like
Mhm.
something like
Yeah.
sentimental shit like that. But the way they did it, I felt like caught me off guard.
So a lot of people are saying, or I'm seeing like people think that the two young girls should be swapped in their roles, and that the girl who's now like the main role should have been killed, and the other girl should have been the girl who he saves. Do
Oh
you
no,
agree or
I
disagree?
feel like
Nah, I
can't
don't-
really do that.
Because the new girl is a lot grittier. You need her to be like gritty.
yeah, I feel
You
like
need her
yeah.
to be like dropping F-bombs and
Well, I thought I wouldn't like the one they have playing now, but after the first two episodes, I do like her portrayal
yeah.
of the character. It seems good so far.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of some. I see there's like some complaining people say like, "Oh, it doesn't look like her," but like, are you really that
It's a video
invested in the
game.
video? The only video game characters
said
I've
it
been
doesn't look
invested
like-
in are like characters I know from something else, like Star Wars characters in a video game or Batman in a video game. I never like cared that much about like a video game that's the origin is a video game, at least in my opinion.
Yeah.
All right, so continuing episode. Oh, another thing I guess before we continue is the length of the episode. Because
First one?
I hate
I have
these,
no-
these
I
HBO
have
like
no
mini
problem
movies
with
that they
it.
call episodes. It's just
I don't have a problem with it. It was a pilot.
You know,
It was like an hour and what, 15?
20.
It
just
wasn't so bad.
crazy how
Well, no,
long
but it was an
they
hour
take.
and 20, but then they had like the behind the scenes stuff. So that
That's
doesn't
why
really
movies
count.
that's why movies are 3 hours now because now they have to be like longer than the TV show. You pay
No,
them
because
an hour
the
and a half
second
movie.
episode was only like 50 minutes.
But even that, like back in the day, was like a long. I feel like that was
What do you
Nah,
mean,
but
an hour
HBO
TV
show's
show?
always been an hour.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what's kind of funny about that is so when it first dropped, like one of my boys was like, "Oh, it's like an hour and 20 minutes first episode." Like I love when shows do that.
But with
And like the
CGI,
next day, and then like the next day, you text the group chat. I was like I hate when they do that shit.
but the thing is, like, if you're doing like Sopranos for an hour. I mean, there's some action, but I feel like this is like you're dropping CGI. So an hour in a show like this, I feel like is a bigger deal than Sopranos. You're just sitting in a room and talking. There's not as much like this is
Yeah, but
more like
HBO's done a lot of
movie-esque.
stuff with Soprano, buddy.
Yeah.
Since the Sopranos, buddy.
No, but I'm just talking like in I don't know. I
No,
mean,
I
I'm
mean,
thinking
I
about
feel like I like the first I feel like it had to be long because I was like kind of nervous how fast they were gonna get into like everything. Like at one point I'm like, when are we even gonna see like that little girl? Like I was thinking, you know what I mean? Just but I like the way they started, right? The day like the virus went crazy, and then like 20 years later, like I think they did that perfectly.
I wasn't
I
expecting
didn't
a
know how, and then like obviously we're probably gonna get a shit ton of like flashbacks, like to
Yeah, because they're
the
they're
real time.
doing the first game over 2 seasons.
yeah, I wasn't expecting a time jump, but I don't have a
So
problem. Honestly,
I
it's not like they're complaining like, oh, they live in whatever the QZ it's called, but it's like if I knew there was a virus out there, I'd be like kind of cool with living in a military zone as long as they keep me safe. I do not want to get my head blown off or turn into a zombie.
yeah, literally.
Like it's not that bad. Like, okay, I gotta work a mediocre job. It's better than being a zombie. Like, and they pay you. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy.
Works for suckers.
All right. What else happens in the first episode before we
So did the woman who plays Marlene, the Firefly leader, is
Yeah.
the voice of the character in the game as well, which I thought was
Oh,
pretty cool.
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's also clutch for her. She got like a pretty decent paycheck now.
Yeah, but
Yeah, so
because they definitely don't do that on a lot of stuff that they're making, right? Into games or whatever. They definitely don't use the
Disney
characters from the voices,
the
the voice
Mandalorian
actors.
the Mandalorian did that with Bo-Katan. She's the
That's pretty
same
dope.
actress who voiced and like yeah, like same thing. That's a pretty clutch paycheck. So I mean they say he like comes and finds the girl, then you find out, right, that she's like the twist is that she's bit, but she hasn't turned into a zombie. So like they either want to kill her or do some experiment on her to find out if they can like use her for a vaccine. So, but they got to get her all the way to, I guess they can't tell the government because the second they tell the government she's bit, they won't even listen. They'll just kill her. So they got to sneak her to some secret lab, which is like the point of the
On the
show.
West Coast. Yeah,
And it like it's good because like because it's a video game, like you have to, it's supposed to be quest. It's supposed to be like, all right, you complete this task and the next task and the next task and the next task.
and I feel like you can feel that in the show, like when
Yeah.
they're going to get the battery, and then when they're going through in the first episode, or when they're
Yeah.
going through the museum in the second episode, they all feel mission based.
Yeah, so it's
And-
good.
Mhm.
All right, yeah, so I think we can stop episode 1 there. Thanks guys for watching,
Both
and
episodes.
we'll get into 2 now.